Welcome to today's masterclass on the rules of engagement for a lucrative kids life coaching practice. I'm Zelna, founder of the Kids Life Studio, and I'm here today to share some of my experiences having worked as a kids life coach since 2003. Oh, that's over 2 decades. And I'm wanting to share with you the rules of engagement that I've learned work incredibly well as a kids life coach. So I come from a background where I had an academic degree. I was an early career school teacher, and I started my coaching practice off the back of my passion, my energy, my absolute enthusiasm to make a difference in the lives of children. And in so doing, I spent a lot of time reaching out to people who were already professionals and working in the child space. And I introduced myself as a new kid on the block, as a teacher, because initially I was coaching part-time and teaching. And then when my kids' life coaching practice became really busy and I was able to leave my full-time career, I did. And I then did some part-time work and then fully went into my coaching practice. But initially, I was really curious to hear what other people who were working with children were experiencing. I was really curious to understand the work that they did so that I could know when I had a child who I could refer to. So networking was one of the fundamentals of how I built up my very first coaching practice when I was green and a novice. Fast track to today, I now have a master's degree in clinical child psychology. I've got 2 years of a doctorate at Oxford University under the belt. How I show up is very different to how I showed up then. But the rules of engagement are this: never ever be afraid to show up as authentically you. Being authentic and asking questions and engaging and asking for help without wanting anything in return, that is what sets you up for a lucrative kids life coaching practice. Little did I know that when I formed these collaborations and these networks, little did I know that the referrals would come in. I was a school teacher. I didn't know anything about business. No one had taught me. I hadn't read any business books. I learned very quickly that the rules of engagement for building a coaching practice was about the quality of the relationships that I built. And so for me, my highest value, and it still continues to be the highest value in the Kids Life Studio, is relationships. That is what's going to set you up for success as a kids life coach. And that's what's going to bring you in the income that you deserve to be earning. So coaches say to me, why is it, Zelna, that I'm not earning an income as a coach? Why is my coaching practice not being lucrative? Why is it I have to possibly go and take another job? And I ask them, what is the quality of your referral network? What is the quality of the relationships that you've built in your local community? I'm not talking global, right? Global has nothing to do with this. I know there are some coaches who believe that they should coach online. If that's you, you do you. I believe kids life coaching to be effective needs to be done on the ground in your local community. There's a time and place for online coaching, but it doesn't build relationships and it doesn't build community. People need a social support network. And if you are part of the glue that sticks that network together, there is no way that your kids life coaching practice is not going to work. You should be attending at least one networking event per month. You should at least be reaching out to professionals in your local neighborhood who are working with children already, like I did, not to get clients, not with the aim to build your coaching practice, but with the aim to learn, with the aim to find out how can you help them. That is the rule that I think is missed in a lot of people and the way they do business. Rules of engagement is not what you can get from others, it's what you can give to others. And it's in that giving that your hand will be open to receiving. Okay? So, in order to build a lucrative kids' life coaching practice, it's really important that you show up as authentically you. You may not have degrees behind your name or formal experience working with children, but what you do have on your side is this authenticity. And if you have done my kids' life coach certification, our level 3 training, you have everything you need to be able to coach ethically, sustainably, and in a way that is going to build respect and get results, right? And when you get results, the referrals come thick and fast. And that's when you start building your lucrative coaching practice. Don't second guess yourself. Don't try and be perfect. Be yourself. Be authentically you. If you need to build up your experience as a kids' life coach to gain credibility and get testimonials, do that. Get practice. That's what we do in our training. We give you the opportunity to work with case studies, and we mentor and guide you through those case studies so that we can help you. And it's in that help that you can start leveraging your expertise and your inner wisdom as a play-based coach, which is the system that we use, the play-based coaching system that I designed and developed in 2003. Well, officially 2005, I really refined it and it started using it. And in 2009, I started training people to use the system. In 2014, we went online. So the rest is history. No matter what system you are using, perhaps you don't know our system that we use, just make sure that your impact is measurable and that it is based on sound psychological principles and that it is evidence informed, which means the research has been done, which backs up your approach. If you're using coaching techniques where there's no research and there's no backup, people are not going to be on board with what it is that you're offering. So my biggest piece of advice I can give you from somebody who's been in the coaching field for children for over 2 decades is to build relationships. That is how you're going to engage in your community, build on the ground relationships, be there, be willing to help, be willing to support, be that person that people can turn to for help if they need it. You want to be top of mind if somebody's speaking to a parent who may have a child who needs your support. And the only way to do that is to show up as you in the local community. If you're not doing enough of that, look at your bank balance. It probably reflects that. Go out there, spread your positive energy with confidence and a good, solid mindset, what I like to call a world-class kids life coach mindset. And that's why we offer professional supervision as part of what we do at the Kids Life Studio, because to maintain your integrity as a business person and to show up as the best version of you, you need to work on your mindset. You need to surround yourself with people who are like you, children's change makers wanting to make a difference. So I wish you well in this wonderful journey of coaching children. Remember to show up as authentically you with all the checks and balances in place so that people feel confident referring to you and you working with their children.